This is a video about improving external rotation of the hip. We're going to go ahead and get into this 90-90 hip position, okay? So both legs should be at roughly 90 degrees. Rotate our torso out in front of this leg, so my belly button should be in line with the center mass of my inner thigh here. Try to keep your lower back straight and don't round. You're just going to come forward and find a stretch position. So you should feel the stretch in your glute. What we're going to do here is stretch for around 2 minutes. Okay, so in order to do a pails contraction here, what we want to do is imagine there's a set of scales underneath our ankle here, between our ankle and the floor, and we want to make those scales read as heavily as possible. So think about applying that force from our stretched position. We want to use tension through our body as if we were going to do a strong lift. We would use strength throughout our body just as we would do in a squat or a bench press. We will have to use strength from other areas, so solidify the body. You're going to ramp that resistance up from 20 to about 40, and then ramp all the way up till you're getting close to 100%. And when you get to close to 100%, you should be making a funny face because you're using so much force. Then, once you've done that over the course of about 5 seconds, you're going to go into your rails contraction. So that's the opposite tissue. So from here, what I'd be thinking about is trying to make my shin and ankle lift off the floor. Now that's okay if it doesn't move. It probably won't move for the very vast majority of people unless they practice this position. So I'm going to try and actively lift that up. I should feel the tissue working in here. Building that up to about 80 to 100%. And then relax. So I do 5 seconds or so of pails, which would be pushing into the floor, and then 5 seconds of rails, which is lifting off the floor. And I'm actively trying to use those muscle tissues as much as I can. Once I've done that, then I'm going to gently take up a little bit more of a stretch, and I'm going to repeat the process 3 times. Once you've done that 3 times, good to get that joint moving again. So do some joint rotations here, and you can go on the opposite side. So I'm building up my force or my resistance. I'm trying to externally rotate my thigh here like this. Okay, so initially I'd be trying to create force which would bring my leg back to a straight angle like this. So it's coming from the hip. And again, I'm ramping that up from 20% all the way up to 80 and 100%, which will require me to irradiate force from the rest of my body. So I'm contracting a lot of muscle groups here, which is one way that your body signals to your nervous system to create change.